Modern scholars sometimes treat wonders as fictitious elements in ancient history, right, including the gospel and Acts. And he said, we should recognize, however, that ancients with different plausibility paradigms may well have experienced genuine events that many Western interpreters would attribute to different causes. More to the point, in this particular section, modern Western interpreters who are skeptical of all such events or read all of them through a purely naturalistic paradigm are hardly neutral in their assumption. So if you're reading it all through a naturalistic paradigm, then you are not neutral. You're looking at it through a particular kind of view. And so he says this observation need not suggest that anti-supernaturalism must therefore be logically wrong. Just because you're not neutral doesn't mean you're wrong. But it may suggest, he says, that we need to not assume it as an a priori assumption. And so he's going to work on this particular idea here.
And so hopefully, if you've listened to the show long enough, the no neutrality seems to be a common theme here. And even in our history, we need to know that we all have assumptions we're bringing to the table. All right, so no less important for readers of the text from a literary standpoint, we must be aware of simply assuming modern anti-supernaturalism, unsympathetic reading of ancient texts, which diverges starkly from how the first audiences would have heard them. It is a bias that can hinder us from entering their narrative world as fully as their first audiences could. And I always think about this too with how we write history these days or tell a story where we might say a fact and then we might say all these qualifications that say the car that hit me was a red car. Now, it was a car. It wasn't a van. It was speeding. When I say that it was going faster than the posted speed limit. And so we might have all these qualifications to it, where if you read something like Proverbs and it talks about train up a child in the way that you shall go, and when he's adult, he'll return to you. My child didn't. So where are all the qualifications for that? It's a different genre. It's a different type of writer. It's not a modern day. So when we are expecting all these things to occur, we need to understand that we're coming at it from a completely different perspective. And it's not to say that one is right and one is wrong. It's just to notice that they are different. On the level of philosophic methodology, to start from a guilty until proven innocent skepticism towards claims of historical narrative reflects what logicians would normally view as the poisoning of the well fallacy. So if it's a fallacy, we shouldn't do it. We seem to be doing it. So what are we doing here?